Hi everyone. Yan. So, yeah, we've been preparing for this moment. So, by the way, I am Franz. I am the account executive of AlphaTheta Pioneer DJ Philippines. So today we're going to have a panel talk together with DJ Joey Santos. Okay. So we also have DJ Arra. Okay, si DJ Ron Poe, DJ Cupcakes, and syempre si DJ Ayel. So, yeah. Okay.
Maraming salamat, friends. Musik Manila, kamusta kayong lahat? Ayos pa ba tayo? Alright. It's the last day of this super amazing industry event. It's my first time here. Nakakaya. Dapat,
Ay, oo.
dapat matagal na pupunta
Actually,
dito.
ito rin yung first time ko eh.
Ay,
Joke lang.
I wish I would have gone here more times. But thank you so much for coming. This is the last day of Musik Manila 2025. My name is DJ Joey Santos. Mahanap niyo ako online. Kuya DJ sa TikTok. Nagtuturo ako tungkol sa DJing to non-DJs. I also do like a bit of sound system and pro audio tips. So if you're interested in learning the very basics, hi Mick. The very basics of audio, just check me out on TikTok. Nasa Facebook din tayo, pati sa Instagram. Now, as Franz mentioned, we're here together to give an industry panel. Ang gagawin natin is, nag-assemble ako ng some of my favorite popular DJ content creators. Bale, hindi lang sila DJ, gumagawa rin sila ng content. And I know na lahat tayo dito ngayon, meron tayong cellphone, we all have social media, we can put out our own content. But what makes these DJs different from all of us is yung content creation nila, napakalaking parte ng ginagawa nila bilang mga DJ. Almost to the point na it's their full-time thing. They do more of the content than the actual DJing, I would say. Dahil mas maraming panahon ang nagagastos sa paggawa ng mga videos, di ba? We'll know a little bit more about their workflow and what exactly they do on like a daily basis and how they keep like their followings fresh, updated, and how they themselves project themselves both online and in real life. I think you'll be surprised to know na yung persona nila on social media is pretty much the same as what they are in real life. They're very down-to-earth people despite having such a huge community and following online. So I'm really pleased to introduce the members of our panel this afternoon. I'm gonna do it one by one. Una, yung co-moderator ko sa ating panel, si Arra Azura. Ito po siya. Arra's been one of my favorite DJs for like the longest time. Na-interview ko siya back in like 2011, 2012 for like Pioneer and everything. So she's gonna be our co-moderator, helping me ask the questions to our other panelists. You wanna say hi, Arra?
Hey everyone, thank you for coming to Musik Manila. I'm Arra from AlphaTheta Pioneer DJ. So yeah, that's about it. We have a lot of questions later on, so just stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Cool. So si Arra po yan. Palakpakan po natin si Arra. Awesome. Next, I want to bring up one of my favorite new creators, somebody I came across over the past year and a half, na tuwang-tuwa ako pag nakakita ko siya sa aking timeline or sa For You page. Si DJ Cupcakes, nandito po siya. Palakpakan po natin si DJ Cupcakes. Makes like one of the best comedy and skit-related content, something very important, I feel, in the online space. Dahil marami naman talagang entertainment na mahanap sa ating mga TikTok, pero it's very rare to have somebody who can kind of merge the worlds of DJing, Filipino culture, and OPM all in one convenient and good-looking package, I would say. Yan, so si Cupcakes po yan. Palakpakan natin si Cupcakes, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Next up, another content creator that I came across over the past year. She has like this huge, amazing following on Facebook, 1.1 million followers. And what she does is she does like all of these great retro remixes, stuff from like the 80s all the way up to the 90s, and then she'll mix it in with like some top 40. It's DJ Ayel, everybody. Nandito siya all the way from Tarlac, sharing time with us this afternoon. She's also like in corporate comms and a lot of other things. So a true multi-hyphenate. And last but not the least, a really dear friend of mine, someone I look up to, and somebody that I think a lot of us here have seen either in person at any of his residencies or clubs. Whether you've been to his shows abroad, you've seen him in his tattoo parlor, you wear his clothes, you've seen his vlogs. There's only one guy who does all of that in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Ron Poe. Make some noise. Hey, Ron.
Hello. Good afternoon po.
Wow, everyone's so formal. Yeah, so again, this is just gonna be like a very casual panel. Me and Arra have like a few questions prepared that we wanna ask everybody on stage because everybody makes their own kind of content and at the same time, meron silang sariling mga workflow na I hope for the aspiring DJs in the audience and those who want to be, you wanna have like content creation as part of your, I suppose, your media mix as somebody who performs in the nightlife industry. I hope that these folks can inspire you. Yeah, so we're gonna get started right now. Arra, you have your mic. Yeah.
Okay, so we're limited with a microphone. This will work. Yeah.
Go.
Do we start with the cues? I mean, what's happening?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we have one more mic.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. If you guys have other microphones, that would be so appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you. Cool. Yeah. So I'm just gonna sit down and let's just have a little chat. Okay. So I think my first question that I want to ask, and I know everyone's gonna have like a different answer for this, is what you do outside of the club more important now for your career as a DJ compared to what you actually do in the club? In other words, mas importante ba yung tugtog nyo online, pati yung content na ginagawa nyo online, kesa sa mga actual nyo na gig? Whether that's a bar gig, a club gig, corporate, festival. I know that tide has somewhat shifted towards the content side of things, but I want to hear it from you guys, because like you're the experts. Let's start
I
with...
think we'll start with Ron.
Go with Ron, yeah. Start with Ron.
Hello. Well, actually, I've been doing videos since 2013. And I actually just record my life and what I do. So not necessarily do anything different from the club and what I really do. So it's really, I just want to showcase what my normal life is at home and what I do at work. Obviously, I also like fashion and music, art. I have a tattoo shop. So I just combine my life into one video, usually. And even before, in the tattoo shop, I would have a DJ booth and I would record myself back in the days of 2008, 2009. So mahilig po talaga ako mag-video. And sometimes people will ask, mahirap ba mag-video? Mahirap siya pag sasadyain mo siya eh. Pero pag hilig mo din siya, it's not as difficult as it seems. So basically, it's almost, for me, it's just recording my life, what I do, and just sharing it with all of you guys.
How do you kind of spend time putting out content on different platforms? Do you focus more on like short form vertical, or are you more like, traditional landscape type of footage?
Actually, I try to do both, but it's hard to do both, right? I remember back in 2015, we tried vertical with Jay-Z, my videographer, and we experimented before it became vertical now. So I think vertical is probably how it is standard now, and maybe in the future it's gonna be landscape again. So, as much as possible, I try to do both. The only way to do both is to get a high quality camera, and obviously it's expensive to do that. So, yeah, usually more on verticals. Like right now, this is vertical, so.
And you need a lot of patience too, I think, more importantly.
Yes, you need a lot of patience, and usually, I edit my own videos using just an
Dude,
app.
where do you find time? Like,
Well,
insane.
I usually find time in the bathroom.
Ayan, yung first tip natin of the day, find time to do your content in the toilet. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Time saver for you. All right, thanks, Ron. What about you, Ayel?
Well, actually, what I do now is just an add-on because I run my own production company. I run my own production agency. And of course, with my age, tita na nga, diba? Kaya nga yung pinili kong content is yung sasama sa age ko. Right? So, what I do is, sabi ko, sige nga, let's try if it's gonna work. Kasi syempre ngayon, like, yung generation, feeling ko mas mabenta yung mga bata eh. So, I was actually surprised. Yeah, na parang kinagat yung content ko. Pero practically, and obviously, yung market ko is mga nasa 30s above na. But they all enjoy it, and I love it. They're all worth it naman.
So really, it's about finding your audience and then growing the community from the audience that you
Yeah.
intend to serve.
Yeah.
right?
Actually, sabi ko, Joey, noon, when I turn 40s, I'll stop DJing. Because I started DJing when I was 16 years old. Inabutan ko pa yung tape na you have to, yung lapis, seriously. Totoo. And then the turntables na kinikue mo de karayom, inabutan ko yon. And then right now, it's so easy for us kasi laptop, computer, what do you call this? Controllers. So, say ko, baka hindi na ako bagay. Pero gladly, parang ano ko pa rin, na-absorb ko pa rin yung, na-singit ko pa rin yung passion ko for music. Yeah.
I mean, 1.1 million followers in your community, that it can't go wrong. So you're doing something right, clearly. Thank you, Ayel. Ikaw, Cupcakes, mas importante ba yung ginagawa mo sa content mo versus the club gigs? Tell me the truth.
Speaking of content, tsk, wait lang. Yan. Okay. So, basically, outside of my content and DJing, I was in advertising for like 5 years. So I was working day and night during the pandemic, working my butt off for lots of big brands, video editing, and I think I slowly realized at the end, why should I be like working for these big brands when I can, video edit for myself, think of ideas for myself, and I can just be myself, very silly and think of weird things and what way to express myself, what better way to express myself than DJing and video editing at the same time. So to answer your question, parang my outside life and my inside life, the DJing life and my outside life, I combine them both. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. I feel like your online persona is very similar to how you are in real life. So similar with Ron, it's almost a folding of like your actual reality with what you project online. And I think it's great because like there's a lot of fake stuff online, which it's so polished, it's so curated. So whenever you see something that's it's hella entertaining, and then you think like they can't be like that in real life, and then you meet them, tapos ganun sila. That's what makes it special, I think, more than anything. It's not an act.
I just
what
want to be
I'm trying to
authentic.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Authentic.
authenticity. What a buzzword.
I know, right?
No, but for real, sila. What about you, Arra?
Okay, I'm not gonna answer that because I feel like I want to ask them more questions.
Go.
Is that okay?
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with you, Joey. Oh, you've seen.
I'm the moderator.
I know, but like this is a question for you and for everyone else as well. this is something that I really want to understand. I've been in the industry for 13 years, and I want to know what my peers think about the evolution of how we became or how we are what we are now. So, Joey, you've been around for a while. And I want to know your thoughts about, how was it then and how is the competition now? Let me just ask ChatGPT like properly because like I couldn't really formulate it enough.
No, I think you asked the question quite well.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of get what you're trying to ask. Yeah.
Do you want to rephrase that for me to a more coherent question?
Yeah, so basically, I think what you're trying to ask is what were things like when you started compared to how things are now? And given like the breadth and scope of what you're able to do with stuff that you put out online, is it a more competitive landscape as a result? Is that what you're trying to ask?
Almost.
Oh.
Yeah, almost. So please answer that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I think I started DJing when I was 16 too, like Ayel.
16.
That was in 1999. So I was in high school. Ron was like a batch higher above me in our high school. And I started DJing with CDs, records and vinyl. At the time in the Philippines, we didn't have any record presses anymore. Kaya, puro CDs lang yung meron natin. So I started out with like a Newmark CD N22, those dual DIN CD players. Yung mga may mobile sound system, naalala nyo pa ba yun? Yeah, they were very difficult to use, quite notorious actually. And then you had your CDJ 500s onwards. Yeah, I'd say like it's a lot more convenient now, but sometimes you do miss the difficulty, I guess, of just matching two songs together without any visual cues. And that's why I kind of try to go back to just playing vinyl. Kasi I don't know, masaya siya for me.
Is it like
Yeah, it's
the
fun.
automation, tactile
It's
feeling?
just-
What's
it's-
the difference?
Just no technology and just playing songs together. I think it's fun. To me, that's a huge part of what DJing was for me and continues to be. So that's what it was like before.
What about you, Tita Ron? Like, how would you differentiate what we play now? Because back then, I understand that you are a turntablist. And now, when you go to a club, it's like, what is this? It's a small DJ toy, like a controller. How would you differentiate the feeling from then to now?
Well, the only reason why I'm a turntablist because it's actually cheaper than buying equipment from Pioneer. So, so, so,
Nagpaparinig ko.
Maybe we
actually,
can get a discount.
natuto lang ako mag-CDJ sa club na. So, yung gamit ko sa bahay, it's still turntables. Even the mixer, every time the club would update their equipment, that's the only time I would kind of experiment and learn how to use Pioneer equipment. The CDJ from the 200, the 1,000, up to what it is now, di ba? So it's like, dun ko lang siya natututunan gamitin yung mismong CDJ and mixer pag nasa club and event na ako. Kasi yung gamit ko nga, it's still turntable sa bahay. Boss Greg, yung baka sponsor naman. But yeah, so... Fujiyama. Sponsor, that's what he said. So, but anyway, so basically, yeah. And then since you're a DJ and you're used to the equipment, you slowly learn actually. So even though you see it on the first time, you experiment, and eventually after like 5 minutes, you'll understand how it works. And then even though the update is not as big as the jump is not as, it's like an iPhone, right? So an iPhone 10 and 11, it's not as big. So the 11 to 12, it's not as big, the update. So you eventually learn what they update on the mixer or the CDJ. So basically, we all came from the CDs, turntables, and eventually we'll learn how to use the modern equipment. But if I did have modern equipment at home, it'll be easier to practice. But yeah, I mean, I should invest hopefully soon.
Thank you. What about you, Ayel?
With all honesty, I feel that I was stuck with what I know. because I'm a very busy person din kasi. So, I did not try to experiment, evolve. Hanggang ngayon, Serato DJ pa rin ang gusto ko. Pero ngayon kasi, parang, yeah. Pero kasi meron ngayon ng record box. Kaya pag pinatutog akong record box, I bring my own equipment. No, I cannot. But I'm being very honest
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, well, AlphaTheta will help you out with your record box journey. They have a tutorial you can find online.
I hope I have time for
Ako
it.
yung magtuturo, so may tutorial
Yeah.
ako niyan.
Yeah.
Just watch my video.
Yeah. So that's it. But you know, it's really a lot of fun, especially when you do retro mixing. So I think mas simple, mas malinis yung clean cut ng pasok, mas happy. So
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you. What about you, Cupcakes? What was it like when you started? Sobrang binata kasi. What was it like when you started, and what's the landscape now, competitive wise? Like, do you see a lot of competition from your cohort of DJs and creators?
I never saw it as a competition naman. It's
No, be honest, dude.
only when you're
Loko lang.
competing.
Loko
Like
lang,
when
loko
you
lang,
said in
loko
your
lang, loko
like,
lang.
when like what you said in your one video. It's not a competition. It's a collaboration, diba? See, I'm a fan.
We're holding hands now.
Okay, let's hold hands while I say it.
See.
But it's only it's only a competition when you're actually competing, right? And I always follow that mindset ever since I heard you say that. And when I started, kasi I was a dubstep boy actually. I love dubstep so much, and like Skrillex, like super idol. And I started with a DDJ SB, like the really small one, and I stayed with it for like years and years. So I looked at all the big equipment, and like you didn't really need it. You don't really need the biggest equipment. Now, I'm not saying don't buy CDJs or anything, okay? Buy CDJs if you can. But what I'm saying is the smallest controller that has all the basics. That's all you need. 2 channels. You don't need 4 channels that much. But if you have like the smallest controller and you can rock it, you know how you see James Hype like mess around with the small controllers and stuff. That's what you can do also. And DJing, you can do the fundamentals of DJing on a small controller too. So it doesn't feel like it's not that important. But if you can upgrade, yes, upgrade. It's more fun. But I don't have money, so sponsor. Billy, where are you, Billy?
Yeah, and I also feel like controllers are great if you want to get hands-on control of the whole DJ experience. But if you're curious, you can always download a free app on your phone. For example, Recordbox is an example of like an app that you can download for free and learn the basics of DJing. You can also do algorithms DJ, same thing, cross DJ. There are a lot of apps that you can use to learn kind of like how all of these fundamentals work. And then once you have your little music collection already, you can then, import that over onto like a flash drive so you can play it on like a CDJ or to a laptop with a controller. So there are just a lot of different ways to go on like a DJing journey now compared to, I guess, how we started.
You guys
So-
started with turntables, right? Ron, I believe Ron, and also Joey. CDs. So where are the turntablists? Any turntablists in the crowd? Oh, these guys, yeah. So much respect for them because I know it's so different. You have to manually do everything. Right now with the controllers, it's somewhat automatically synced, so,
You don't have to use sync, So
I don't? Oh my God.
Just
I
kidding.
don't use sync. Who
I'm just
uses
kidding.
sync? You
I'm
guys are
just
going to go to jail.
Sometimes. Yeah, taas kamay. Let's go, sync DJs. Yeah, cool. So thanks again. One more question from me, and then another from Arra before we wrap up. I'm really curious. Can you kind of walk me through like your content creation workflow? Give me like, it doesn't have to be a day in the life. Give me like a week in the life of a Ron Poe or Ayel, Cupcakes or an Arra. You guys have a lot of other things going on, but you make time to put out DJ related stuff. So take me through it. Let's start with you, Ron.
Well, basically, when I create my videos, I just do it out of the blue. So I'll just wake up and I'll just put my camera there. And then I'll just go through my life and do my coffee and go to the shop, dress up. But for me to identify my image as still a DJ, I still connect music at the end. So it's not really just about like me dressing up and doing my coffee and all that stuff. You'll see me either editing music or practicing on my turntables or going to the club to DJ. So everything has to be connected to my DJ life. So whatever, even if I'm out of town, I'll still connect it to DJing. So anything that I would do, whether I'm just like traveling and everything like that, I'll still make it to a point that will I put like quotes and say how to be a DJ, how to be a good DJ. Even though I'm just sitting down sipping coffee, the top 10, let's say top 10 favorite songs I have, I'll put it there. So it's still connected to DJing life. So I'll do everything, the tattoo, the clothing line, the day in the life, drinking coffee, traveling and all that. But at the end of the day, when I sign out from the video, you'll still know it's a life of a DJ. So that's how I do it.
It really is part of your DNA almost.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the thread that runs through everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, Ayel?
Sometimes there's a point na I do my researching on retro music, and when I search on a specific song, then I try it out, and then of course because of ang contents ko says all about mga tita, how to age gracefully. so so it doesn't mean naman we're 40s and above, hindi na tayo pwedeng mag-enjoy and do younger stuff. So yun, parang basically ganun yung kino-content ko.
But do you have like a content plan na parang, okay, so on a Tuesday, ito yung gagawin ko. On Wednesday, I'll film like a 30-second mix.
Right,
May ganun ka ba?
yeah. Meron na because I have my own team.
Meron na. Okay, so you
Yeah.
built the team because of this.
And when you start to monetize din kasi sa Facebook, parang matutuwa ka. So, kailangan may plan na ako.
Yeah, it's like your incentive to keep making because you're profiting from it.
Sayang din kasi pag monetize ka na parang gagawin mo na siyang, okay, pwede na siyang regular thing eh.
Okay, Musik Manila 2026 panel talk. How to monetize on Facebook as
Yes,
DJs. Gawin natin yan. Interesado tayong lahat dyan. Pera, of course. What about you, Cupcakes?
Well, okay. So first off, like I set time to listen to my intrusive thoughts, and I actually I brainstorm. I go online, see what's trending, and that's my strategy. Kasi like I see what's trending online, or like yung what happened, Vela, ganun. Then that went super viral just because I remixed it, and after the brainstorming process, I go to the actual execution. I test it out on Rekordbox, and like I see if like the key is the same, or if the BPMs are the same, and if it works or not. And then if it does work, then yes, good. If it doesn't, then sayang oras. So, but then if it does work, and then I start to I make the audio file, and then I video edit, and then I take maybe another day to edit. And then I post. That's it. That's pretty much it. And it's harder than it sounds, but at the end of the day, it's all fun. And it's just me being gaga.
Actually, it's harder what you guys are doing because you're planning it.
Yeah.
And then you plan it, and then you take the song and all that. That's actually harder. Ako kasi I just, like now, yung friend ko lang nagbi-video, tapos ito, video. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get that, and then just chop it up into a regular day in the life connected with music. So it's easier in my end. You guys do it harder because you have to research and what's trending and all that. So I respect that.
I respect you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is really hard naman. But yeah, you just, at the end of the day, research talaga gets best results. But sometimes, like just doing it on the spot, like Ron, sometimes it'll lead to even better results. So just feel it out, research or do it out of the blue.
So it's basically like a day job for Ayel and for Cupcakes because they're really putting so much intention and effort into thinking about what they're going to post. For Ron, what I see is it's more spontaneous. I guess, you guys should just like find what works for you and what your, goal is at the end of the day. For me, right now, I felt like I amputated my artist side. And I'm just not really like into... Well, amputated my artist side, not physically, and I'm just not looking into creating. I felt like for the past couple of years, I've been so fatigued from constantly working, touring, constantly putting myself out there. So right now it's kind of like an isolation phase for me, so I can't really weigh in on anything.
So thanks for coming to our panel talk. if, if you've been isolating, but yeah, really
No.
appreciate it.
Artistically isolating, so I don't really have like a workflow to share. But what about you, Joey? I always see you on my feed, like, oh, there he is again, super productive,
guy.
sharing his knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like Ron. I just find like, I guess 30 minutes in my day, I'll get my phone and I'll just talk about something that people ask me. And it's usually like a very basic DJing question. Why do DJs wear headphones? Why do DJs put their hands up in the air?
People ask that?
Yeah, people ask that.
Wow, people actually
How do you organize your music? So a lot of these are like super basic questions that I love answering because they're actual curiosities by DJs and by non-DJs alike. So it's kind of getting people outside of our industry into it just by virtue of answering something that they've been wondering out loud. I don't know.
We should do
Yeah.
a collab. You do the voiceover, and then I'll do what you're explaining.
Yeah? Oh, do you
Like,
want me to...
what's in the DJ bag or whatever?
Do we switch houses?
Or maybe, right?
He has a really nice house, by the way, and a cat, like a super cute cat. Oh, it's a dog. It's a dog. It's a dog, cat, dog.
It's
Yeah, I have dogs.
Vincent.
Sorry, yeah, it's dog. Pets. I love pets. But yeah, so thank you, guys. One more super random question I want to throw out. What about brand deals? I know all of you have like some sort of brand deal or sponsored content that you do. Are there any sort of like guidelines that you adhere to when it comes to taking on a brand or somebody wanting to make sponsored content with you? Maybe walk me through that. Cupcakes?
So, yeah, I have like, I have morals naman, so I don't say yes to everything.
Good to hear.
I don't say yes to everything. So like, basta it's like relevant to my brand. Well, sometimes it's not even music related. Minsan Selecta, I had to remix their theme song. Parang ganun, I just have to be creative, like to somehow insert the brand into my content. And there's ways naman. You just have to like I said, research, and I know, but like some some brands like casinos, like no, like I'm not gonna like say yes. It's like if I don't agree with it. Yeah, I do have morals. So and I, but like if it's other stuff like fun stuff like Durex, sana. But like, okay, game, I can do that. But yeah, so basically, yeah, like I don't say yes to everything, naman. So I just have to really choose, weigh the options that I get. And
Well, I'd like to stick with my theme because it's more of tita. So sometimes, of course, I get brands that usually fits with my age, like Katingko.
Oy.
Yeah, di
I
ba?
actually love that. My
Ganon.
daughter, 17, she uses that.
Yeah, mga ganon. Siguro I'm more of sticking to my theme.
I love it. You know who you are
Yeah.
and your audience. It's
So-
great. It's great.
So I have to stick with what
Family,
I like
yeah.
to portray. Yeah. So, yun.
So real. What about you, Ron?
For me, basically, yeah, we all have morals, but people who approach me to do like to showcase their products and stuff, it's actually easy because they see what I'm doing already, and they see my lifestyle. They see me, cleaning my condo, drinking coffee, dressing up, doing music. So people that approach me actually may nagpapadala ng parang, do you want my sofa? Do you want me to buy your sofa? Yeah, like a nice chair, right? So, para dun sa studio ko, ganun. Like, AlphaTheta would, Ron, would you want to showcase this, Sir Greg? Yeah, so it's actually not hard. Usually a coffee brand would actually ask me to, especially the drip coffee, because every time I go out of town, I bring my own coffee. I bring my own drip coffee. And so yeah, clothing brands approach me. So it's not as difficult as like you guys, because you guys have to choose. They don't like they just throw the brands at you, and then you have to choose which one you want to represent, right? So basically, yeah, it's just what they see, and that's the people that approach me. So
I think that's also like a huge advantage of being, I guess, very present online. You put yourself out there. You risk a lot, by the way, by putting yourself out there. Where none of us are strangers to hate online. So by putting out that content, people know what you're like and what you're capable of doing. And then that's when the brands kind of come in and be like, hey, we want to tap your audience. Maybe you can do something for us. We'll send you a sofa. We'll send you Durex or whatever, ice cream, yeah, katingko. Yeah, but yeah, like again, online stuff is such a huge component now of the DJ experience, whether we like it or not. But yeah, that's just how things are, right? Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think,
that's the exact landscape of today's day and age.
yeah. And Arra, this nicely dovetails into our last question, coming from Arra for our panel. Go ahead.
Okay, this is super relevant because what if, right? What if social media was to disappear tomorrow? How are you guys gonna build your DJ careers? Oh no, this is gonna impact cupcakes. just like everyone, right? Everyone. Okay. Okay, so did you get that, Ron? Okay, maybe you start first. Do you need a moment to think about it?
I think if social media, it disappeared tomorrow, I don't think we'll have a hard time as even cupcakes won't. As long as when you see people outside and you approach them and you get recognized and you PR yourself and you know how to approach people and talk to them nicely, I think that's the way to build your own brand without social media. And then people will see that, people will feel that, and they know that just being a genuine DJ, and when you perform, when you go to the club and you perform, you say hi to people. Everybody, like all the waiters, the friends, the managers, and all that stuff. And they'll see that you're genuine. It's like how we do it back in the day. So I don't think it's gonna impact as much as us old school would, how it is gonna be. But I'm sure that's how it is, right?
Exactly, because that's how we started.
Yeah.
We're giving away our ages, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the actual in-person experience, having that one-to-one interaction, pressing palms, meeting people, I guess, I mean, it can be a bit daunting if you're like a new DJ, if you're like Gen Z or you're like a younger millennial. It can be scary to go out to like all of these venues and just be around strangers. But you kind of have to just do it, right? Just meet people, just be nice, I guess. It doesn't hurt, never hurt anyone to be nice, I don't think.
Yeah, is this what they call you just have to go out there and touch grass?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, what about you, Ayel? I've always wanted to know what you guys think of that.
Yeah. Even before there was really no social media when I started DJing. So I think it would be easy for me to do live sets. And if you have build your clients, so
Like
whenever
a community, you mean?
yeah, community of people that whenever they have a party or they have an event, they would always think about you. Suki, sabi nga nila, you have your suki already. And if you have established a certain friendship with your clients, I think it's gonna be a lot easier for me kahit walang social media. Going back to the old days.
Okay, so if social media disappeared, I would cry.
We should go back to advertising.
I'll go back to advertising, yeah. But siguro, if it did disappear, it would go back to being how it was before. Because like short form content did not exist like until 2020. Yeah, after COVID. So when I started around 2015, I had to do it like the old school way, like meet people in venues and say like you said, press palms and make connections. And what you said, like make friendships with clients. That's what I did at first. But then social media came, and then it just like accelerated the whole thing. But if it were to disappear, I would like find more ways to be creative to market myself outside of social media, like how advertising coming up, like try to like
I was about to say.
yeah, I just find more creative ways, like I just like go to people, like DJ out in public and like put headphones on their head And they'll be like, yeah, you like that? Get me for your gig. And we're like, yeah, get me for your wedding. Get me for your debut. Like, this is why. And like, I'll just be myself offline and just like do guerrilla marketing, go on malls, and yeah, just it's word of mouth, and yeah, you'll survive naman. It's doable. It'll just take more time, I guess. Social media has its pros and cons, but yeah, try to like don't be dependent on it so much, and like if it does disappear tomorrow, make sure you're prepared.
Yeah, of course, I want to ask you that too, Joey. Because if it were to disappear, what about your existing fan base? The people who rely on you for information, what are they gonna do now?
Yun, kung mawala yung social media, mawala yung TikTok, tas wala na akong way na makapaglagay ng video, I guess kailangan natin ng mga in-person events like this one, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
actual educational workshops, doing it in person, having things that you can actually touch, na hindi lang siya puro mga videos that you swipe up. Do you think that's like a great idea? Like mga in-person tayo na workshop? Gawin natin. AlphaTheta, do you think?
Ate Gina. Yeah, we'll do that. France. He just said yes. Okay, we're committed to like how many events this year?
Actually, we are planning for every month. We're going to have one workshop. Okay, so we're also collaborating with different collectives, DJs, of course. By next year, okay lang. Yan ako na. So, it was my dream talaga to do this. So, by next year, it's going to happen. We're going to launch Makes Us Happy Philippines. Okay, so yeah. So,
What is Makes Us
Ano yung
Happy?
makes us happy?
So, some of you guys totally don't know how to DJ. Okay, some of us, yes, we're okay. Just like me before, when I started sa AlphaTheta. Actually, nag-apply ako sa AlphaTheta kasi wala akong pambili. Yeah, wala akong pambili ng mga DJ equipment eh.
Very smart.
Oo, so ngayon, nag-apply ako. Ngayon, libre na. Okay, libre na eh. So right now, I am apply ka rin. So we are encouraging everyone, if you have, yung mga younger generations, we're going to do it for free. Okay, so that is
Libre.
for
Yan.
free. We're going to provide them all the necessary equipment. That is for Mix Us Happy Philippines. That's going to happen. Yeah.
Ayun, masaya
FLX4.
yung mga nasa likod, oh. Oh, masaya.
Okay, okay, sige. Okay, so yeah, Mix Us Happy Philippines. We're going to do it by next year. So, every batch, meron tayong tuturuan. Siguro, we're going to collaborate with our local DJs. We're going to uplift the whole industry. AlphaTheta Philippines is really open right now. Lapit lang kayo sa amin if you guys wanted to make some contents. You guys are a collaborative groups. Lapit lang kayo. Let's do it. Okay? So you have my word. Let's do it.
Yun. Oh, next year daw. AlphaTheta Philippines makes us happy. So, again, to reiterate, it's basically zero DJing knowledge, zero DJing background. Bibigyan kayo ng gamit ng AlphaTheta. They will give you the controller. Pero kailangan nyo ibalik. Rental lang to, guys, ha? Huwag nyo isasangla. They will lend you the controller. They will give you the tuition. And then they will give you a chance to perform. Is that right?
Yeah. We're
yeah
going
daw.
to...
They're gonna make a festival, di ba?
Yeah, actually, isa yan sa dream ko na magkaroon tayo ng sariling festival.
Sabihin mo na lahat para mag-yaya
Oo nga eh. Sige, ano natin yan?
Sila yung magiging opening act ni Skrillex tsaka Fred again,
Oh,
di ba?
lagay naman, di ba?
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yan yung
With
ano,
TF, no? And
ayun yung
With TF! Wow!
You guys are pressing me right now.
Boiler room. Do a boiler room.
Yeah, sure.
Billy.
Let's make that happen. Ayun nga, sabi ko nga, it doesn't matter. We're going to connect everyone yan sa buong Pilipinas. Ayun naman yung...
naka-record to.
Yeah. Ayun naman yung gusto ni AlphaTheta eh. Kaya nga di ba si AlphaTheta right now is, yung tagline niya is one true music. Diba? So, yeah. It doesn't matter kung saan ka galing, ano yung age mo, Do you like social media? Yeah. One through music. I love AlphaTheta, right? Woo! Thank you.
Ano rin pala, shout out tayo sa Grayscale Social. Sila yung gumagawa ng footage natin today. And they've been doing like all these sick like videos of Si Shang Yu. Si Cupcake's meron siyang video doon. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear. But it's amazing. What can I say? It's reached like this global audience of people who aren't even DJs. They just like music. So, yeah. Galing. What you guys are doing is really, really good.
Yeah, shout out to Nello and Janelle. You guys are amazing.
And we're gonna wrap up our panel. We have one last question here, guys. And I want you to be as honest as possible. From the heart, please. No coverage, no sugarcoating, nothing. I want talagang straight from the heart. No sugar cupcakes.
No
ha?
sugar babies.
What is the one thing that you want to change about the Philippine nightlife industry? For everybody. Anyone can start. Ang kaisa-isang bagay na gusto nyong palitan sa ating nightlife industry sa Pilipinas.
The politics.
The politics. Would you want to expound or no? Yeah, you could if you wanted to. If not, it's okay.
Okay na yun, politics.
Sige. You want to change the politics of the nightlife industry. Okay. Ayel. Gustong palitan. Ano?
I think it would be more of more respect within the DJ industry, like recognizing the senior DJs no, really, like I've seen it. So
Have you had like any experience with that na a bit of disrespect because of how long you've been DJing? Ganyan?
Yeah.
What was it like?
yeah, you know,
Only if you want to share your experience. You don't have to.
in reality, social media naman kasi talaga, parang, how do you call it? Sometimes it's really dirty, ang dami mong bashers and everything. And sometimes I really get younger DJs, hindi naman lahat, younger DJs calling me, matanda ka na, hindi ka na pwedeng mag-DJ. Really, like, hey, wait, meron bang age limit ang pagdi-DJ? I mean,
Carl
no.
Cox is like 60 and he's like at his peak. All the best
I
DJs
know.
are in their 50s and 60s. Can I just say, Sasha, Digweed, everybody, lahat ng mga idol natin, they're all in that age bracket. So I don't understand where that hate is coming from, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's the only thing that, I want to change in our industry, to have respect with everyone. I mean, we all have this same goal, music, same passion. So, let's enjoy and love music together, no matter what the age, regardless of the age.
Yeah? Thank you. Just inclusivity all around, I think. Thank you. Cupcakes.
Okay, so
From the heart.
from the heart, from the cherry on top. Wait. Okay, so I would change. Well, I don't think you can change this worldwide also because I would like the criticism of other DJs to stop also. Like people like criticizing other DJs like, dude, you're doing too much, or dude, you're not doing anything at all. Because like both, there's no right or wrong answer, because like if you're not doing too much, then you're being patient with the mix, right? But if you're like doing too much, then you're just being creative. And like people are gonna say it's too much or you're not doing too there's no middle ground. So I just wish people would just like be nice and be like, hey man, I'm glad you're having fun online. I'm glad you're like people are enjoying your mix at the back. I'm glad everyone's happy. But like if that were solved, then there would be no World War III. So so I just wish, stop criticizing each other, just support each other, support each other's music, support each other's craft. That's it. Just be nice.
Yeah, 3 words. Let him cook. Yun na lang.
Let me bake.
Let him bake. Let him bake.
We should trademark that, right? Let him bake. For me, because I'm a female, I really want to... I know I can't change it, but maybe for the guys, there's so much bullying and gender discrimination when it comes to DJing.
Real.
So as females, we get boxed in a category where you're just a female DJ, you're just supposed to look good and be sexy, and it completely removes our skills. We're not credited for how we can actually control a club, and we're not really appreciated for our skills. We're just female DJs, and I wish we could change that from female DJ to just DJ.
Yeah, 100%. Palakpakan. Palakpakan, DJ lang dapat.
DJs,
Totoo.
just DJs.
Amazing.
What about you? You have a lot
gosh,
to say.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to take part in the panel and answer the questions, but yeah, I think, yeah, the one thing that I would like to change is this idea that DJing is something that's done behind like a set of decks. You know, whether that's CDJs, turntables, controllers, or even an app. What I'm trying to see is like, lalo na sa Pilipinas na DJ equipment is expensive. Para maging accessible to sa marami, kailangan either libre siya or madaling makuha, di ba? And this is why I always champion the idea of using an app first. Find out if it's something that you really enjoy doing, and then later on you can make the investment. What I want is to end the kind of discrimination that comes from also other DJs, usually men, na hindi, dapat vinyl yung ginagamit mo kasi that's real DJing. That people were telling me that when I was 16 years old. Can you imagine like 40-year-old people telling me na parang hindi ka nagdi-DJ kasi CDs gamit mo? And the same thing happened when I started using software. Nagtatractor ako, Behringer na controller. Sabi naman ng mga CD na DJs, hindi naman yan DJing eh. Di ba? Sana yung CDs? And I'm like, ano ba? Di ba? You can't satisfy everybody. And that's why I think we're at this point in DJing where the technology suddenly is just available for everybody. And I suppose how do I say it? The qualifications should adapt to that. You can be a DJ without having access to any kind of hardware. You can be a DJ without having any club gigs. You can be a DJ if you're streaming on Twitch, on Facebook Live. If you're doing a vlog, you're living your life as a DJ. That to me is DJing. It's not something na nasa club ka lang. It's outside. It permeates your entire being. And to me, mas exciting yun eh. Diba? Kasi lahat naman tayo, pag mga nasa 70 years old na tayo, pupunta pa ba tayong mga club? Ako gusto ko, pero baka ayaw na ng binti ko, di ba? Or di na kaya ng likod ko. But I still want to call myself a DJ, right? That's still what I love doing. So how do I do that? I do it by changing the perception of what DJing is. It's not just about being behind the decks. It's about a way of living and a way of approaching your music and performing. Sorry, ang dami kong sinabi, but I'm very passionate about this. I'm really passionate about this. Sorry. Thank you guys. But yeah, so that's our panel discussion. Bago tayo magtapos, meron ba tayong mga katanungan galing sa audience? We have time for one question. One question, everybody. Huwag tayong mahiya. Dito. Okay. I'll go down and I'll meet you where you are. Una, anong pangalan mo?
Vince.
Vince. Okay, Vince, katanungan mo para sa ating panel.
Yeah, actually, yung question ko for the panelists, with regards sa pagdi-DJ, ano yung masasay ninyo dun sa for house DJ like me, I mean, since basic lang ako nung nagdi-DJ, palaging pag nag-insert ako ng another music is from the breakdown nung intro, like, so parang palaging merong pause bago yung mag-play yung next music. So ano yung masasabi niyo sa mga klase ng DJ na ganun yung style?
Okay, so a very technical question naman. So basically, bedroom DJ, and he's asking our panel, parang mixed style. Ano masasabi mo? Like, from the intro, tatapusin yung kanta, tapos may pigil, and then sunod na kanta uli. In other words, hindi mo minimix yung kanta. Parang one song after another lang, ganun ba?
Parang ganun na nga, yung ganun.
So you're asking kung ano yung opinion nila tungkol dun. Panel, what do you think? A DJ who doesn't beat mix songs, he just plays one song after another. Is that DJing in your perspective? I might have like a different answer to this, so I'm curious. Ano yung sagot niyo dyan?
It's just like a
Thank you.
playlist, you know?
Well, for me, I used to work in the radio also at Wave 89.1. So a DJ is a disc jockey that curates music. Doesn't matter, you don't have to mix it. All you have to do is curate it. You make the
Amen.
playlist, you make your Spotify playlist, you adjust the songs into what order you want to have that journey or how you want to build up your playlist, and then you get them to dance, and then you kind of mellow it a little bit, so you don't have to mix to DJ. Just like a radio DJ. A radio DJ doesn't mix songs. A DJ chooses the song that people want to hear. So if, let's say you want to hear, someone requested Dancing Queen, right? So Dancing
saw
Queen,
that post.
as a DJ and you're a radio DJ, you play that request. And then if there's no other request, you try to match that song, not by beat matching, but match the feel or aura of that song with Dancing Queen. So what is Dancing Queen? So Dancing Queen could mix with, let's say, the Bee Gees, right? So the feel of that is being part of being a DJ. So after the Bee Gees, you could play Michael Jackson. You don't have to mix it. Then after Michael Jackson, just remember, Michael Jackson's also in the R&B. So from Michael Jackson, you could jump into like, hello?
Masyado daw tayo maingay.
Oh, sorry. So from Michael Jackson, you could go to Usher. And then from Usher, you could go to Chris Brown. So that's how you create the music as a DJ. You don't have to mix it.
So it's almost like knowing a bit of the history too. It's not just playing what's big. Hindi lang yung mga nasa Spotify, today's top hits. It's knowing the history of the stuff that you're playing, the stuff that you like. So that's one kind of DJing, I would say. And if you think about it, yung mga sinaunang DJs, Frankie Knuckles, Paradise Garage, yeah, they had turntables, they had like a rudimentary mixer. Were they beat mixing? Not all the time. But they were taking you on that journey. Kasi, una sa lahat, DJing is about curation. Namimili tayo ng mga kanta. The technical skills are important, sure. Pero yung pinaka-underlining factor niyan is the music is there. The songs are there. The songs tell the story. The techniques, they help you tell it.
Actually, for me, it's easier to mix the song than to be a DJ and curate the playlist to make the people dance and have that journey from the beginning to the end.
Amen.
Anyone could mix, especially
Yeah.
now and yeah. So it's easy to mix. It's hard to create that journey because every crowd is different. Some people will dance here, some people won't here. So when they request a song here, you gotta make sure if they request a song, you gotta hit that vibe on this side. So you have to make everyone dance, not just that person. All it has to be at least majority of the crowd. Yeah.
Mismo. Ayel?
Well, I can relate to Ron Poe's point of view because I started as a radio DJ as well. So, tama yon kasi kapag hindi mo alam yung vibe or aura nung next song mo, ang tawag namin doon, roller coaster. Alam mo yon, yung mabilis sa sumba. Ganon siya. Pero the whole point of DJing is like, let's go back to the basic. I think it's really beat matching. So, ang mag-explain further, yung ka-age niya. DJ Cupcakes.
Oh, okay. So, well, for me, like, I do agree with them na building the playlist is super important. But like, your question kasi, like, parang what you think about those DJs that just like press play at the end of the song. Parang it takes away the fun of DJing. And like, parang example, you bought like CDJs, tapos you're just gonna press one button. Ganun lang. Parang like, it's fun to like, EQ and like, change frequencies. Parang that's the fun about DJing. That's what we love about DJing, diba? Like, oh man, we can blend these songs together. But yes, creating playlists is a whole other thing, but you have to like combine them both to be a really good DJ. But dropping one song as a way to like transition, I do it all the time. Like sometimes the simplest transitions are the best. So like drop mixing, sometimes it's fun. So yeah, but it's not like all the time. Gets ba? Yeah,
You, Arra, your turn. Last.
Well, first of all, you have to know where you're going to be performing. Are you going to be in a nightclub or a beach club? Is it a birthday party? Is it like just with your friends? From that alone, you could just you could just understand, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna put a lot of techniques in my set because it's just like an easy, speak easy party with my friends. But if I'm playing for a nightclub in front of 1,000 people, I'm gonna have to really beat match because I can't just like interfere and like interrupt the vibe. I have to stitch the songs together so that they have a flow. Or you could just like kill the music and then it kills the vibe immediately. So you have to really ask, okay, where am I gonna perform? And then you answer from there. Is that making sense?
Yeah, totally. I also feel like bigyan mo sila ng playlist. Have one playlist of music. Sabihin natin 10 songs. Give it to Ron, give it to Ayel, Cupcakes, and Arra. They will all play that playlist differently. They will arrange the songs differently. They will enter and exit out of the songs differently. Bakit? Kasi iba-iba silang mga DJ. They all have their different styles. So you have to think of your DJing technique as the thing that makes you different from other DJs. Diba? James Hype is very active on the decks. Somebody like Sasha, sabihin natin, or I don't know, yeah, Anima. Si Anima parang nakatayo lang, tas meron siyang gumaganon na visuals on the back. That kind of separates you as a DJ. And I feel like later on, the longer you go on your DJing journey, you'll find what makes you different. Kasi lahat naman tayo iba eh. May kanya-kanya tayong gusto at ayaw. And that should reflect in the way that you perform. Ideally, especially if you want to be a DJ who kind of has their own sort of brand and their own kind of style. Like everybody on this panel, parang kanya-kanya namang diskarte yan, which I think is amazing. So, I'm not gonna answer that na kasi yun yung sagot sa question mo. So, yeah, I think that wraps up our panel. Maraming salamat ulit sa pagpunta dito. Mag-ingay tayo para sa ating mga panel. I'm going to call them out one by one. Si Ron Poe, mag-ingay tayo para kay Ron Poe! What's up? DJ Ayel, make some noise. Si Cupcakes, mag-ingay. Kay Arra, mag-ingay. Para sa AlphaTheta Philippines. Yeah, thank you so much for bringing all of us here together. It's, we get to do this once a year. Hope we can do more of this and we can share knowledge and just kind of meet each other. There are a lot of great, interesting, and motivating people in the nightlife and DJing industry. And they're all here in Musik Manila. So thank you. Ako si Joey. Follow me wherever. Follow these guys too. Thank you so much. That's going to be it for our panel.
Follow him to his house.
Yeah, if you guys if you guys want to chat with us, we'll be like in the booths lang. So magkwentuhan tayo, ask us questions. Let's take this off stage. You can ask us even more personal stuff if you want. Pero for now, magsa-sign off na kami because someone else is gonna use the stage. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of the, not a festival, of the Industry Expo, and I'll see you around. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.